Hello there, Divine Feminine, and welcome back to another general reading. If you want to book a personal reading, please follow the description box below, and we'll get you appointed as soon as we can. We're going to get into a general reading for the Divine Feminine and her current energy. Okay, everyone, thanks so much for the likes, comments, and subscribes. The cards are pre-shuffled. Let's go ahead and get right into your reading. What's going on with the Divine Feminine right now? What do we need? What do we need to know about the Divine Feminine and what's going on? Maybe some advice as well. What's going on with the Divine Feminine? All right, ready? Set, go. 1 second. Okay. So I'm feeling like a willingness to need to change, though. You feel like, I don't know if some of you want to, but I feel like a fixed energy is amongst you. Amongst a lot of us, not, but I think a lot of us are wanting to, like, pinpoint, like, our fixed natures or the things that make for argument and, kind of bad vibes. And we're just like, all right, I can try to change that. Starting little by little. A lot of us, though, are just like little by little. Okay, so the first card for the Divine Feminine, the Ten of Swords. Okay, so, yeah. Let's continue. The King of Cups. The Queen of Wands. Okay, Six of Wands is just what wanted to come out in the shuffle. My favorite card in the deck. There's a lot of despair. But you know what, though? There's a positive to this, and that's awesome, because let's go ahead and get started. Divine Feminine, I feel a sense of pride. It's like one of those people who, it's annoying for some people to watch, but like you come out onto the stage for talent show and you're clearly suck. Like your talent is so out of this world, like bad, but you come out and you're like crying while you're doing it, and you're just looking. It's like, all right, it's almost like you've lost right now. You know that it's only now for you to go up. And some of us don't want to go up. Some of us just still want to kind of revert to what we were good at, what we did like, and how we were. Or for an example, what the Divine Masculine did like. And if we're feeling like it wasn't good enough, if we're feeling like we put our best foot forward and we were denied there, we're going to keep trying. We're going to keep badgering him. We're going to keep auditioning, but it's like the best advice that the judge gave you was to it's like you put your emotion into it, but now you're like crying and it's not even Hamlet film. It's like screws are completely loose here. But the positive aspect about it is that you do feel some sort of royalty. Okay, you still feel like you're this great creature, but it was like, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen. Stop trying to bring corduroy pants back kind of thing. It's like you got to be able to first of all, understand what that person is that you feel like you can keep reliving. If you felt like maybe two of you met at a club. I met my Divine Masculine at a nightclub. Not a strip club, but 18 and up, like it was a Spanish club. But so if you still feel like you're that hot shit that back then, you wear the same thing, you talk, now you're talking this, I don't know, something about whatever made you feel hot shit, that was you, that when you met your Divine Masculine, though, you're trying to bring that back without any reconciliation of like, okay, wait, I was supposed to kind of grow up from that, just because I was supposed to grow up from that. I feel like some of us are still trying to hang on now. It's not like we're still trying. It's like this is one of our ways to getting better, is to being like, oh, well, okay, so let me dig up some old treasures. I hope that's making sense. But the positive aspect about this is that you are feeling some royalty. You are feeling yourself again. You're getting there, but we're going to explain on how you're getting there and what you're doing, what you're saying. But the positive aspect about it is the Six of Wands. I really like that. Some of us were used to the spotlight. I'll show you the card for a bit longer. My favorite card in the deck. The lighting right now is just pretty awful. Don't worry, you guys. But Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, I think some of us are fire signs, have fire, or we've already, or the Divine Masculine can have fire, but I think we've already mastered the concept. One of our royalties being someone who's just tough, honest, loyal, beautiful, sassy, You know, just a little, guess a tomboy in them. I think you guys are embracing the tomboy in you for real. There's a little boy inside you that you're bringing up out of you. And I'm not sure why. But, you know, because that, you know, I don't think you should be doing that. But the Six of Wands, okay, talks about, you know, before the talent show. So before you went out, you got booed, or you know, there's a reason why you went out, and I don't feel like anyone appreciated it. Okay. I'm not sure I would appreciate it just from what I feel here, but not what I see. Okay. So I don't think you're showcasing your talents the way that you should be, period. The Six of Wands talks about before the curtain. So if everybody saw who you really were behind the curtain before you went out and presented that talent show, before you went out and presented yourself, I think you would have gotten a lot more reviews. I think you would have gotten a lot more love, encouragement, truth, because this card talks about truth and vulnerability as she is naked. It talks about everyone knowing you and loving you, screaming your name, cheering you on, clapping, just saying thank you, just saying I love you too. Your recognition for your hard work and who you are. So I feel like this doesn't even look like the divine feminine right here. This don't look like her. At the end of the night or at the end of the day, you know who you are. And if you don't feel like you're good enough for someone, I'm going to say it's because of the way you're putting yourself to be. You're trying to be someone that you're not. Ten of Swords, you know, you feel like at your wits and you don't know what to do. So just because you don't know what to do, now you're out of nowhere trying to do something else. You know what I'm saying? At the top of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands, who also wanted to come out in the shuffle. These were the two cards that wanted to come out in the shuffle. So it's about what I'm talking about. It's like for the show, for the people, for the divine masculine, you're putting on a mask in a sense, but I want to talk about really what's going on, like what the mask looks like. Is it V for Vendetta's mask? Is it Chucky? Is it like, you know, Jason versus Freddy versus Jason? Is it a mask of someone totally completely different who's pretty or who's handsome? It is a mask though, and there's a lot it's like looking at the Picasso or looking at the Mona Lisa. Every time you look in a museum, you want to find little things that nobody found. Something's very detailed about what your mask looks like, and I'm trying to understand it, because if you can see it, we can deal with it, and we can throw that away, you know, I mean, conquer it and let it go to rest and move forward, okay? But it looks like, you know, with this Seven of Wands, you're competing against someone. You feel like you're competing. It's like it's a restless feeling. It's a feeling of like, I don't really want to be fucking doing this. I can't stand all these people who are watching me. If I'm giving them somebody that's not even me, it's like you could be an Aquarius watching, okay? We have the air here, but it's almost like, you know, because they giggle is because they have something else going on up in their mind. Aquarius, I love Aquarius. I have the person I confide to in the most is an Aquarius, or Capricorn, my mother, but I always go to my Aquarius friend, and it's because, you know how they giggle, and it's because they always got something else going on up in their mind that they don't say out loud necessarily if it's not the logical thing. I feel like you are someone who feels like you have to be doing something, that there is a logical way to do things, like you're a prodigy, okay? And every time you get some sort of sense of doing something, it's like it's a total knockout. But I don't feel like people in the crowd were really necessarily they were not. It's almost like they paid to see a show, but it wasn't the show they wanted to see. People are like gasping. Some people are like, what the fuck? What is going on? Wait, what? Maybe there had to be some sort of hurt past there. You know, this guy's got his hand like objection. Some people are like, whoa, and you're knocking him into the crowd. So again, it's just like, I wouldn't appreciate that show. So some of us could be lashing out. Some of us, I mean, I just feel like we feel like somebody wants us to be someone we're not. But it's not like that at all, actually. You're here alone, but you feel entitled because you're stepping back into an energy of when maybe you met the divine masculine or when things started going batshit. And I feel like, you know, a lot of us, okay, we've got the Three of Swords at the bottom. A lot of us, I do believe, are just trying to reenact the past, try to feel like we're, you know, Muhammad Ali again. And it's not that we won't be, but we're going to be someone else now. It's time to be rebirthed, time to be reborn, okay? Let's clarify this Ten of Swords for the divine feminine. Rise of the Phoenix. Let's clarify this Ten of Swords. Divine feminine, Ten of Swords. Tell me about this Ten of Swords, Spirit, the Divine Feminine. Why is this Ten of Swords here? Let's talk about what's going on with this Divine Feminine. Why is she like that? How did she get here? Okay. We got the Ace of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, trying to find your stability. You know, it doesn't just have to do with money. Overall, I believe, you know, we have the Hanged Man, not being able to listen to your divine. It's someone who is not in accordance to the 3D and the 5D together. When you walk and you do without one or the other, you can't walk straight, you can't think properly. Your messages were downloaded, and it was downloaded all scattered, and the picture didn't come out, okay? So, all right, what's the stitch weight? And then you know that the video is all, and she has to go and figure it out. So if you want to be in a disagreement with yourself, okay, what's happening today, you're going to be all out of sorts and all out of whack. Some of us are not able to find jobs. Some of us don't want to go find jobs. Some of us don't want to take that opportunity in making some new money. And some, you know, okay, my video previous to this one about the Divine Masculine 3D and 5D sitting in a tree looks like it's mirroring right back at you. Okay. It looks like the Divine Feminine don't know what to do. She's stuck. Okay, you could be in a job, you could still make money, you could be rich, and we don't know it. Shh. Okay, but the point is like you're stuck. And with this security, this is talking about the 3D. You're stuck in the 3D right now. And the only reason I say that is because you're stuck in the 5D. You cannot move without the other. Soul meets body. You cannot move without the soul. The body cannot move without the soul not the body. And if so, where does it look like you're going? So that's a question for yourself. But the Ace of Pentacles, what do we have at the top of the deck is the Tower, okay? Because look, so you fell and you stayed down there. You stayed down there. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. You fell and you stayed down there. You didn't want to feel poor. You didn't want to feel broken. You didn't want to feel like you didn't have the finer things. Some of us are putting on the oldest clothes we could ever, combat, that we can find, because we need to let these messages flow. We need to be in accordance with it. Look, this person's in accordance with the 3D and the 5D, eh? But like I always said about this card, it's kind of like a quirky person. I spoke about this card in the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculines reading right before this one. Is like Owen Wilson and Zoolander, those kind of people. They're just like, yeah, brah, their shirts off and they're talking about the raw hog diet and they're just cool, man. And they don't have to talk like that. They don't have to be so slow, but it's about them wanting, sorry about that. That was cringeworthy as hell. But I mean, it's, someone who's going at the lengths to listen to his divine. You don't care about what people are talking about. They know that they're, come on, man. So that's what I'm going to say about that. Let's clarify this King of Cups for the Divine Feminine. What's up with this King of Cups? It looks like a weird way to love. Looks like it's a weird aspect. You don't know. You're going back so many times to try to reincarnate. What are you doing? I don't even know. That you're like, you've added things to your course. If you go back in time and you see yourself, you're not supposed to have altercation with that person, etc. Because you can alter the course of, what happens, and stuff like that. Now, it doesn't mean that any way you went about it was necessarily the right way. Going back in time shouldn't be the thing anyway, right? Destiny is destiny, but you can definitely end up in catastrophe. You look like you've added things, like you added things to try to get him back. It doesn't make sense. King of Cups, we have here the Nine of Cups. You were supposed to just sit still and be okay with the fact that you were alone. You didn't want to. You thought your wish fulfillment, look at the High Priestess. You thought your wish fulfillment was going to be going back and trying to, analyze everything that went wrong. No, you were supposed to, in this time alone, when you've had that Tower moment, sit for a moment, stay a while, relax, breathe. High Priestess, we got suspension. Okay. High Priestess knows all things, but I feel like you're doubting her. You're doubting that spirit. Queen of Wands. Ace of Wands. Doubting a new journey, a new venture. We don't want to move forward. We don't want to do new. Divine Feminine. So we're stuck in this